Welcome students. In this class we will discuss about Poynting theorem. Poynting theorem is used to find power flow or power of an electromagnetic waves. Therefore, the Poynting theorem is also called power flow of an electromagnetic waves. Using Poynting theorem, we can calculate power density of electromagnetic waves. So, the conclusion of this theorem, we will get the field of direction of electromagnetic waves. The statement given by the Point theorem, surface integral of E cross H ds is equal to minus volume integral of 1 by 2 epsilon dou by dot T of E square dV minus volume integral of 1 by 2 mu dou by dot T of H square dV minus volume integral of E dot J dV. Then the power density of electromagnetic waves P is equal to E cross H. This is the basic statement is called Poynting vector. Then we have to move proof of Poynting theorem. Here to solve the electromagnetic wave equations, we are using Maxwell equations as mentioned earlier. Here we are using two Maxwell equations. First one, del cross E is equal to minus dou by dot T of B. That is B is equal to mu H. Therefore the equation becomes minus mu dou by dot T of H. This is the first equation. Then the second one, del cross H is equal to J plus dou by dot T of D. Since D is equal to epsilon E, therefore the equations becomes J plus epsilon dou by dot T of E. So second equation. The first equation or first Maxwell equations from Faraday's law and the second Maxwell equation from Ampere's law. We will use these two equations to prove the Poynting theorem and to get the Poynting vector also. Then taking dot product of equations 2 with the E on both sides, then the equations becomes E dot del cross H is equal to E dot J plus E dot epsilon dou by dot T of E. This is the third equation. Here solving these equations, we can use vector identity. That is the general form of vector identity is del dot A cross B is equal to B dot del cross A minus A dot del cross B. Consider this in LHS of equations 3. That is E dot del cross H is equal to H dot del cross E minus del dot E cross H. Therefore, the equations 3 becomes H dot del cross E minus del into E cross H is equal to E dot J plus E dot epsilon dou by dot T of E. From equations 1, del cross E is equal to mu dou by dot T of H. Therefore, the LHS of equations 3, del cross E is equal to mu minus mu dou by dot T of H. Substitute this value to equations 3. Therefore, the equations 3 becomes minus H mu dou by dot T of H minus del E cross H is equal to E dot J plus E epsilon dou by dot T of E. That is, since the del cross E is equal to minus mu dou by dot T of H from equations 1. Rearranging the above equations, we get del into E cross H is equal to E dot J, that is minus E dot J minus E epsilon dou by dot T of E minus H mu dou by dot T of H. This is the fourth equation. Then here from fourth equation, here E into dou by dot T of E written as 1 by 2 dou by dot T of E square. Similarly, H into dou by dot T of H is written as 1 by 2 dou by dot T of H square. Here we are using back propagation method. That is, the derivative of E square will be 2 times of E into dou by dot T of E. So, the 2 and 2 will get cancelled and left with E into dou by dot T of E. That is, there is no change in the above equations. That is, there is no changing the value of E into dou by dot T of E and H into dou by dot T of H. Therefore, the equation 4 becomes del into E cross H is equal to minus E dot J minus 1 by 2 epsilon dou by dot T of E square minus 1 by 2 mu dou by dot T of H square. Then, integrating above equation for a volume integral V. Therefore, the equation becomes volume integral of del E cross H is equal to minus volume integral of E dot J dV minus volume integral of 1 by 2 epsilon dou by dot T of E square dV minus volume integral of 1 by 2 mu dou by dot T of H square dV. This is the fifth equations. Now we apply the divergence theorem only for the left hand side of the equations 5. Since del dot anything into over a volume will be equal to integral over the surface, that is the divergence theorem. Here the volume integral changed into surface integral and del dot will be E cross H over the areal element ds. That is surface integral of E cross H ds is equal to minus volume integral of E dot J dV minus volume integral of 1 by 2 epsilon dou by dot T of E square dV minus volume integral of 1 by 2 mu dou by dot T of H square dV. This equation gives the power flow during the transmissions. The first terms, that is surface integral of E dot H ds, gives the net power flowing from a closed surface, and volume integral of E dot J dV gives the ohmic losses. Volume integral of 1 by 2 epsilon dou by dot of E square dV gives the electrical energy stored in the volume, and the last one minus in volume integral of 1 by 2 mu dou by dot T of H square dV gives the magnetic energy stored in the volume. During transmission, there will be a losses in the form of heat or something. These losses can be represented here by volume integral of E dot J dV is the ohmic losses in the transmission lines. This is the Poynting theorem. Thank you.